gentlemen, this bout, one fall, a 20-minute time limit. Introducing, first of all, out of the Republic of Germany, he weighed in at 283 pounds. Here's the Clawmaster, Baron Von Raschke. His opponent, he weighed in at 232 pounds, out of Bad Street, Atlanta, GA, fabulous Freebird Buddy Roberts. Roberts, one fall, 20 minutes. The referee, Marty Miller, now down the ringside, and Ray Stevens.
Well, this ought to be an exciting match. We have one of the Freebirds here, Buddy Roberts, against the Baron, a very, very exciting wrestler. So is Buddy Roberts, and it's going to be very exciting, I'll guarantee you that. You know, Ken, one of the things about these Freebirds, you never know which one you're going to wrestle when you put your name on a contract. Either one out of the three can show up.
And sometimes all three of the three show up, even when only one man is supposed to be inside the ring.
That's triple jeopardy, brother, when all three of them are around, I'll guarantee you.
There you see Buddy Roberts showing off the Confederate flag on the back of his jacket, very proud of the South. Now, so far, we have not seen Michael Hayes or Terry Gordy, but anytime they're in or around the arena, it's best for the opponent to keep one eye out at ringside, because, as you said, you never know when one or the other or both may show up. Now, wait a minute, Buddy Roberts goes right after the Baron, really, before the bell even rang. Roberts trying to get out to an early lead here, we'll say. Sneak attack on the Baron, runs his head right into the top turnbuckle.
I'm a little surprised that the Baron would turn his back on a guy like Buddy Rogers, because he knows that Buddy Roberts is an accomplished wrestler.
Well, there's the Baron. Baron just kicked out two, and how about these two? And you saw the result right there. The Baron is one man you don't want to get mad. He tries to be a gentleman in the ring, but if you get his dander up, if you will, look out. And Buddy Roberts is feeling the pain right there, that knee right smack dab into the breadbasket.
You really think that he has dander?
Very good point.
I'll tell you what, he is a big man, he is a great wrestler, and he is devastating with that claw hold. So when he gets that on there, it's all over. It's unbelievable, the power that this man has in his hand.
I at one time had the opportunity to talk to the Baron about the origin of the claw. It was taught to him, I can't certainly remember the name, by a scholar in Germany, and the Baron is very proud, and you can see the fear in any opponent whenever he gets that hand cocked, and you also will hear the roar of the crowd. Baron Von Raschke is certainly one of the most popular wrestlers in the business today, wherever he appears.
That's very true. People, he's exciting to watch.
Well, there's a prime example you brought up earlier. Buddy Roberts was automatically going for the hair, as he likes to do, but there is certainly nothing to grab on the skull of the Baron. I don't know. He's looking towards us right now. There's kind of a grin on the Baron's face because he knows what Roberts was trying to do. Now they do a little crisscrossing. Well, you saw what Buddy Roberts did when he saw the Baron show that claw. He went out about the fourth row.
Absolutely. The Baron was trying to get him set up there for that claw hold. And of course, Roberts, being a veteran, very, very good wrestler, wasn't caught by it.
Too smart for that.
You might have been able to pick up Buddy Roberts saying, I'm a little too smart for that. That fact remains to be seen because this is a 20-minute match and we're only about 2 minutes into it. So far, really, except for the early seconds, Ray Stephen, Baron Von Raschke has pretty much been in control up to this point.
Yes, he has. He's looking very, very sharp tonight.
Solid elbow hook up in the center of the ring. Buddy Roberts goes for the eyes of the Baron. Now the boot to the breadbasket. This is pretty much the Freebird style out of Bad Street, USA. Now Baron catches Buddy Roberts. He's got him up on one leg. Baron spins him around and gives him a haymaker right out of right field.
You know, the Baron would be a tough man to wrestle because you're trying to look for some weak points. He's got a big, tremendous neck. He's got big, strong arms. His weight is an advantage, and he moves pretty rapid for a big man. So, difficult man to wrestle.
He certainly does. 283 pounds, representing the Republic of Germany. Something a lot of times, Ray Stevens, that we tend to forget, especially with the Baron. He has a very excellent amateur wrestling background. Baron knows it all.
Oh, yes. One of the all-time greats.
Sometime back, fans will remember that the Baron, along with the one and only Crusher, held the World Tag Team Championships. The People's Champions never backed down from anyone, held the belts, and finally lost them to the current Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors, in front of a sellout crowd in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, no matter how good you are, there's always somebody coming down the road that's capable of beating you. You know, it's like the top football teams. On any given day, one can beat the other, and it's pretty much the same in professional wrestling. You take your top 100 or 200 men, and on any given day, one is capable of beating the other. It just depends on if you're having a bad day or not.
No doubt about it. Brings to mind a saying by the famous ageless wonder of baseball, Satchel Paige. He once said, "Never look back because something might be gaining on you." Now look at the Baron. Buddy Roberts tried to step out of the ring. Baron just holds right onto that headlock. Well, now there, referee Marty Miller ordered the break, and really, Baron looked old.
That's what you call leaving a guy right on his nose. I mean, he splattered his face on that mat.
Baron turned to referee Marty Miller and said, "I only did what you told me to do, but he did it at the most opportune time." That's part of the experience of the Clawmaster.
Just a few minutes ago, I heard the Baron tackle Buddy Roberts. I could hear it right through these earphones, Ken. It was really hitting hard.
And there you saw Buddy Roberts caught the Baron. Baron looking for a back body drop. Baron was able to get that boot, caught him right in the neck area. Now Buddy works on the back of the neck. Out of Bad Street, USA, and somehow, Ray Stevens, I can't think of a more appropriate street for the Freebirds to be from other than Bad Street.
That's right. That's their nature. That's their character.
Now,
that's the way they wrestle.
We couldn't see it by the result, the way the Baron went down. I wouldn't be real too surprised to learn that that may have been more of a karate thrust, the way he kind of aims at. And it seems like, Ray Stevens, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the expert. It almost appears that Buddy Roberts purposely gets the referee out of position before he goes with that thrust to the throat.
Well, absolutely. And you know what? I'm impressed with what he's doing because he's working on the windpipe of the Baron. You would think maybe that you'd want to work on his legs, but look at his legs. He's got legs like tree trunks. So his neck or cutting his hair off would be the way to go to weaken him down.
Now, of course, he's going to the eyes as he rakes him across the ring rope. You said good strategy, like it or not. He's going after what appears to be the Baron's weakest parts. The throat, the eyes, very tough to protect those.
Yes, it is.
No matter how big or how strong you are, those parts of your body are always very vulnerable.
Well, when you're in there pushing another man around who weighs 225 or 30 pounds plus,
Roberts goes for the cover, but only got a count of two. Now, go ahead, Ray.
Almost. It's going to take all the wind that you can suck in to keep doing that. So when you're working on that air, it's a very important thing. He's on that rope. Whoa.
Roberts on the second rope, but the Baron kind of caught him. But Roberts, again, going for the eyes. Now he throws the Baron out of the ring through the second rope. That is, like it or not, legal. It's not a disqualification. Disqualification only when you throw your opponent out over the top rope. But now, Ray Stevens, it appears to me that the ring here in Winnipeg almost is about a foot to a foot and a half higher than most other wrestling rings that I've seen all across North America. So really going out even on that second rope here is pretty dangerous.
Let me tell you, that hurts when you get thrown out of that ring like that. And especially when you're the weight of the Baron. He's flattered down on that floor. And that takes a lot out of you.
Well, you see it, look at Buddy.
Your kidneys and your ribs there. Sometimes it's very, very hard to recover.
Now Buddy Roberts using the top ring rope as a slingshot. Just snapping the Baron's neck again. Working on the windpipe, the eyes, the two vulnerable spots of the Baron. You may not like the strategy, you fans at home, but you certainly must give Buddy Roberts credit. A well-thought-out game plan, because still the bottom line is who wins and who loses.
Absolutely.
You can see a look of confidence coming into the eyes of Buddy Roberts. And that, as we've seen from the Baron, may be a bit premature.
Well, I tell you what, Buddy Roberts, a very determined young man, and he sees so far his strategy's been working a little bit. Now the big man's starting to show the power, and
now,
he's mad.
We have seen this from the Baron, the ability to dig down so very deep when it appears he's almost down and out. And right now, look at the Baron in high gear. The Clawmaster, the Baron Von Raschke, going to work on Buddy Roberts with the fabulous Freebird. Crowd roars its approval.
The problem is here, when you're wrestling a man the caliber of Buddy Roberts, and you got him going right there, you never know whether you got him beat or not, and he can be setting up a trap for you, which he just did to the Baron.
We just saw no truer words were ever spoken, Ray Stevens. Now Buddy Roberts is up on that top ring rope. It's legal as he comes off, and look at that. The Baron saw it coming. Buddy Roberts came right off into the claw.
Jumped right into it. Jumped right into it.
Referee Marty Miller checking very closely. The Baron's got the claw on him.
I tell you, it's a few times that I've ever seen that claw hold be broken. But when the Baron Von Raschke puts it on, brother, he has got some power in his hand that you will not believe. And I know, I've been there.
Buddy Roberts trying to hammer away at the midsection, not having much effect.
He's busted Buddy Roberts' head open with that claw hold.
So far, right now, Buddy Roberts showing a lot more endurance than I may have given him credit for. I've seen few men withstand the claw this long. Buddy Roberts' probably best chance right now would be to try and work his way to the ropes. But there you see the blood coming out of Buddy Roberts just from the pressure of the claw. Buddy Roberts beginning to bleed very profusely across the eyes.
Unbelievable strength on the Baron's part. However, I have seen him do this before to people. He is really putting that claw on there.
The mere force of the claw broke blood vessels, and Buddy Roberts bleeding profusely. Perhaps that camera ringside could get a shot of it.
He doesn't know where he's at right now after that claw. Well, he knows enough that he doesn't want any more of it.
Buddy Roberts, take a look at becoming a bloody mess, making his way to the dressing room tunnel. I think you're right, Ray Stevens. The pressure, the power of that claw. Buddy Roberts, the official ruling from referee Marty Miller, counted out of the ring.
Well, right there, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it. Unbelievable power in that claw hold of Baron Von Raschke. When he puts that thing on it, it's devastating, to say the least.
I have never seen anything like that. Buddy Roberts did not hit anything. Just the mere power of the Baron's fingers caused Buddy Roberts' head to break out and begin to bleed profusely.
Well, I've seen him do it to several other wrestlers in the past, and you can never sell him short.
Now here it is, the claw is already on, and suddenly Ray Stevens and myself here at ringside looked up and began to see the blood flowing, Ray Stevens, quite freely from the head of Buddy Roberts.
Yes, it did, and I tell you what, you got to give Buddy Roberts a lot of credit. He's a gutsy guy. He's hanging right in there. But when a guy can put that claw hold on you hard enough to actually bust your head open, it's time to go.
There's no doubt about it. And Buddy Roberts did just that. He got up and he went.
Now you can see he's a gutty guy. He went to those ropes. He didn't give up. He didn't give up.
No,
but he doesn't know where he's at right now, I'll guarantee you.
But your winner via one of the most powerful holds in all of professional wrestling, the claw, the Clawmaster, Baron Von Raschke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it. Fabulous Freebird Buddy Roberts up against the Clawmaster himself, Baron Von Raschke. Baron Von Raschke, very, very obvious throughout the entire match. Buddy Roberts wanted absolutely no part of that very devastating claw of yours.
That is richtig, and I'm not finished with Buddy Roberts, Tweety Bird, or any of the other free birds. Look at this smile. $1 million smile, right?
Baron, let me ask you, it's got to make you feel so very, very good. The tremendous response you receive from the crowds wherever you appear, solely behind you.
You know, the crowd gives me energy. When the people are cheering, they're behind you. There's a lot of energy in the air. It's electric. and it goes right through my body. It drives me on to bigger and better things. And right now, I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. I'm looking forward to meet any and all opponents in the ring to give them a taste of the claw.
Now, Baron, let me ask you, I've had the privilege to call the play-by-play in many of your matches. Countless times I have seen you beaten down all but out, and somehow you are able to dig down from the depths and almost become oblivious to pain. Where does that ability come from?
Well, as you know and the people know, I'm a trained athlete. I'm a trained athlete. And like any athlete, sometimes I get down, sometimes I get out. But that's why I'm trained. Because then instinct takes over. I start reacting, and we mentioned it before, the crowd behind me, the electricity in the crowd, it goes through my body, it drives me. And I tell you something, any man that faces Baron Von Raschke in the ring had better never take it for granted just because I'm down, because I'm never out. I'll keep coming and coming and coming as long as there any fiber in my body can switch or can move. I'll be coming after them. And they know it. And they can feel it in their heart the way I feel it in my heart. Baron Von Raschke and the Claw, we're coming and we're coming back. And we're staying with the best of them. That's all the people need to know.
All right, wrestling fans, he is indeed the Clawmaster himself, Baron Von Raschke, right here on TSN, bringing you each and every week the Major League of Professional Wrestling, the AWA. Now, stay with us. Next bout coming right up.